please don't dox yourself. You guys don't have to put your real names in there. Last time, a few people did that for some reason. But you guys could hear me loud and clear, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Where's everybody's photos or videos? Or no one wants to show their face?
I guess not. They're scared.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I can
I
I can do it later. I'm walking right now, so
well, you don't have to. It's
I mean, it'd be
smart.
nice. I mean, we are in a group.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I want to record a little bit of it and like put it up on my YouTube. But if you don't want to show your face, like let me know. Are you guys cool with that? Like
Yeah.
none of this is live or anything. And honestly, what I'm recording right now, you can't really see faces. Or yeah, you can, but it's very small. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you don't want your face, then don't put it up there. If you do, put it, I'm not exactly a celebrity, so it's not like.
So,
Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll put my face up, though.
well, I will too.
Check this out. I have a little remote for my lights, for my office. Alright, there we go. I wonder if I could maximize this. So, did you guys watch the Richard interview today? Like, I don't know if it might still be going on. I have no idea.
I'm halfway through it.
Is there anything new? That guest seemed like, just a novice.
I think it is still going on.
Yeah. Ethan Hunt, you're here.
Yes, sir. I missed the last one or the last two, I guess.
Yeah, I recorded the first one. The second one, I recorded that as well, but I just didn't want to dox anyone because people were showing their full like names for some reason. And I think the first one we pretty much covered mostly everything. And then the second one we were just talking about the same theories and possible plays we can make. But yeah, so how did the Pulsechain sacrifice go for you guys? I waited. I missed the first rally, which kind of sucked, but I caught the second one, and I sacked. And then I was gonna sacrifice some more if the price was gonna go back up. But then as the sacrifice kept going, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna hit $1 billion, like no problem. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of money that went into this. So I'm assuming the price is not going to perform that well in the beginning. And I'm thinking if you're just holding on to your Hex, within 2 months from now, 3 months, I mean, you're going to have opportunity cost, right? So everything that you sacrifice for PLSX, well, you missed out on the opportunity cost if Hex does rally to $1 or more, and then you could have just swapped some Hex for PLSX. Now, I still sacrificed pretty much the same amount as I did for Pulsechain, so I'm covering my butt either way. So what if Hex doesn't rally to $1? It only goes and makes a new all-time high, and then PLSX does do a 10x right out of the gate and never comes back down, right? I mean, it'll have like a 90% drop, but even if it 10x's, right, and then has a 90% drop, it'd still be double, I guess, your money that you sacrificed, and you would have been better off. But I don't think it's going to do a 10x because so many people got into it. What do you guys think?
I think it still could do a lot better than we expect. I was thinking of the whole dilution aspect as well, but if the bigger holders are purely going to use it for liquidity providing and they're never going to trade it, it's as good as locked up. So it really comes down to what the tradable or the liquid amount that's going to be moving around in the marketplace. And if that's a low float, I think it could still perform pretty well.
Right. There is also the magic carpet ride. I I haven't counted, but after this sacrifice, we're looking at billions, like multiples. And then there's going to be a copy on Pulsechain of those stable coins. Because the entity is selling all of the crypto that we sacrificed for stablecoin, right? Well, after Pulsechain sacrifice and after this one, I mean, we're looking at, I'm not exactly sure. Is it like 3 or 4 billion in stable? Now, here's the thing: you don't know when he's going to deploy that. Is he going to deploy it right off the bat? He's probably going to put some of it into liquidity pools, and then it'll kind of suck the money off of the Ethereum blockchain and the other dexes. But yeah, I just think, I still think, yeah, PulseX is going to do great. I just think maybe the first week or month we'll only see maybe a 5x or something like that. And the only question is, the unknown is, right? How high is Hex going to go by the time mainnet launches? And then let's say Pulsechain and PLSX do just right out of the gates, because there's so pent up demand for this because a lot of people missed out. It really does do like a 10x like first week. Well, because of the Hart's law, the flexivity, Hex is going to just go even higher as well. And I do believe Hex will start at the same exact price that it left off at. So either way, you had to sacrifice. The only question was, how much are you going to do? And that possible opportunity cost or loss versus just holding Hex and then possibly swapping Hex for PLSX, like in the beginning, right? Because I do think the first thing which will pump will be Hex, because it's going to be, I just think that's what's going to happen. Because the biggest whales, the biggest holders of Pulsechain and PLSX are all, OG Hexicans who are like the millionaires. So,
Did you guys see that little table, Pulse Chain versus Pulse X, and they're sacrificing at 38 cents? Does that mean anything to anybody?
well, it's either these people have no idea about the ratcheting up, the adoption curve, or not the adoption curve, but the 5% a day for like many months now. They just don't know about that. Or it's probably projects that are thinking about migrating, or they don't have to migrate. They could just have their copy on Pulse Chain, other crypto projects, and then they need some pulse to do to be transacting right off the bat, possibly like day one.
Okay. Because there was a significant amount of money trading at that 38 cents. We're not talking $1,000 buyer. We're talking 50,000 chunks. Somebody who spends 50 grand has to know what he's doing. Well, maybe not, but you would think.
Well, it might be a project. That's the only way I see it making sense. There's no way it's going to be 38 cents because we have millions and millions and billions of Pulse Chain. So if it's 38 cents, I mean.
if it's 38 cents, I'd probably be like a multi-billionaire for my couple $1,000 investment.
Right. Like, all right, let's just, all right, wrap it up, guys. I'll throw a yacht party.
We'll all be in the south of France on one of those yachts,
Exactly. Yeah, there's no way. Who's gonna buy it off of us, right? There's not gonna be that much buying pressure. everyone would be just a trillionaire. There would be trillionaires at that point. Can it reach a penny? Yeah. Can it reach a couple pennies? Sure. But 38 cents? Well, the question is how. It's over 90%. The OA owns that as well of the Pulsechain like total supply. But if you looked at your wallet on testnet, I think you could figure out how much Pulsechain you have. I haven't even looked. I have to go do all that.
When you guys mention OA, original address, is that basically the creator of the entity?
I view it as it's the contract.
Okay.
It's the contract. It's liquid hex there that gets eaten up over time by all of our stakes. That's where a lot of the interest comes from. The reason the reason he did it is, well, in the beginning, control the way that it all launched, and it puts you at a higher market cap than everything else. And I think he thought that we would actually be listed properly from the get-go, which did not happen. Luckily for us, so it gave us time to accumulate, right? So, because it's still gate cup, but it's pretty much the contract address. Don't worry about it.
My best guess is this play to just maximize returns on PulseX, Pulsechain, and PHEX, or we call it Hex now, is to just, again, like probably just hold what you have so far. And then again, that stablecoin copy, I mean, hopefully it holds some kind of peg and you can try to trade and try to play it right with your free money and diversify into even more of these assets. If you have 100,000 USDC, put that on your ledger or your MetaMask, whatever, copies it, and then, who knows what the value will be, but you can even get more of these free tokens whenever, however you want to time it, whatever the play is, and that just let it ride basically with that free cash. I mean, it's a pretty foolproof plan. I mean, it might not hold well, but it's something, right?
Oh, are you talking about stable?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of noise here. I'm talking about stable coins. Yeah, just holding your stable coin, getting the copy, even if it holds like a 5-cent peg to the dollar. I mean, if you have 100 grand, you're getting $5,000 to trade for free. And you
Right.
just kind of diversify that into the assets that you believe in the most and let it ride basically.
Right. Imagine, I mean, even if it's just 5%, that means everybody who holds probably, I don't think DAI is going to work, but everybody who holds Tether, USDC, they're just going to look over, they're just going to click in their MetaMask up top, right? Go to the Pulsechain network, and the word's going to get around real quick when everyone's like, oh my God, I have money here. I mean, that alone, just that alone, could explode the value of our Pulsechain bags, of our Hex, everything. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even think Richard knows. I just know if it even holds a 5%, that's a lot of money. That's billions and billions and billions. And it's just going to slosh around, move around. So I'm thinking, I'm not holding really any stable or anything right now. Because I sacrifice for everything, so I'm gonna benefit no matter what. Just holding Pulse, just having Pulsechain, you're gonna benefit a lot in the beginning. But day one, we can move coins around and trade with no value. And the problem is, people are gonna try to take advantage of you when you're doing that because of the ratios. But especially when it comes to Pulse and PLSX and Hex, there's going to be crazy ratios out there, and I don't know how much liquidity will be out there to be doing that, because I think a lot of people are going to degen with that, trying to get an edge over everyone, like try to get like a great deal by trading these back and forth day one. But what I'm thinking is, because everyone's going to be focused on those three, I might think about taking my Pulse and then